Okay, folks, welcome back. That's a previous screen recording. That's quite funny. Let's move that out of the way. Minimize that. Minimize this. And minimize that one. Okay, welcome back. And we are about to set out and do step 17, many-to-many relationships. I have done so far, what's steps 1 to 16. At times, I go through a bit of a different implementation, but you should be able to take a look at these and get some useful information about how to approach things. And any questions, feel free to leave comments or to message me on Slack. Or simply make an issue on my GitHub challenge, GitHub repository. So far, you can have a look at this repository. I'll add this into the video, so you can sort of link to it. So far, I've every sort of time I stop, I push to a new branch, so you can see look at the different branches. I'll probably end up making pull requests to each other, so you can see all the diffs. Cool. Okay, so where are we? We're doing step number 17, many-to-many relationships. Just before, I wanted to have a quick sort of research to see how I could stop the notice. If you notice, there's a bunch of output from Postgres of the notice level, and the only way that I can stop this from happening is to add this SQL statement, and essentially every time I make a connection to the database, make sure I set the messages just to warning. So if I do this, then I don't see any of the output, which I don't like to see anything other than my test output when I run the tests, or even when I run rackup. So far so good. That's what we're doing. So step 17, many-to-many relationships. Let's have a look what we're doing. Many-to-many relationships. Okay, tag bookmarks into categories. Many Relationships. Create a new table for tags. Create a join table. And I use it to create tags for bookmarks. Tag show many bookmarks. And then like comments, you should be able to all see all tags given to bookmark. Wait, what was like comments? Did I finish this? Let's go back. No. So not in the same way that I thought. Okay, so I did finish it. It's fine. According to it says like comments you should be able to see given to. Okay, so we'll just display it next to each bookmark. Fine. And the next one, the additional one, is we should be able to click on one tag and see all the bookmarks associated with that tag. Cool. Okay, so I guess I should think about how I'm going to do tags from a user's point of view. Let's just let's rack it up and have a look. I probably get out bundle exec rack up. 92. Have I got it running somewhere? Yes, I do. Refresh the page. I think what I want to do is, this is for the bookmark, URL title. I'm probably going to have one more box here. I'm going to probably add a couple more things here so we can actually sort of make sense of what these boxes are meant to be doing. And it's not very, this is very user unfriendly, but I guess the point of this is not to show the style, it's just to go through the steps. But it's now getting a little bit more confusing for me, so I'm going to add it in to say this is the URL, this is the title, and I'm going to add another input field for tags. So I guess the simplest way that I'm going to think about this is going to have an input field. We'll just enter a bunch of words, and on the server side, we'll take the whole string, essentially like a sentence, split up into the individual words, create tags for each one of them, then associate it with that bookmark. And if the tag already exists, we find it, or we have to create one. So I think that's what I'm going to plan to do. And other input fields that I can take that text, and then on the app side, the server side, we'll take whatever that input is and we'll create a bunch of tags. Okay, so let's start with the feature test. And I guess this is from bookmark creation, so we'll go back to our feature test for creating a bookmark and update it. Create bookmarks. Okay, so let's go to the valid bookmark, fill in bookmark URL, blah, 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 and fill in bookmark tags with, yes, we have a test tag, and let's do 2 tags. Short. I don't know really. Okay, then we click button save. Expect that page to have content bookmark saved, and also to have the link, yes, but also I want to move that over here and say I want to have both test. Oh, they should be linked, shouldn't they? And short. So let's change those to be links, because we won't be able to click on them, right? According to the instructions. Have link, test, and short. I guess I want the href. Where is it going to go? It's going to go to still the same place, and be something like tags. There should be like an ID, right? So I don't really know what the ID is. So actually, I'm not going to worry about this link, the href. Just it's going to be a link. Essentially, I want it to be something like go to tags, and then for all of the tags that are called test, all the bookmarks for the tag test, and the test has a tag called ID for. But I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to bother. Just leave it with the fact that it should be a link. And I guess I shouldn't call it the same thing, so let's call it test tag and short. Just to make sure I have different text. I could try and scope it to make it make sense, but let's just not worry about it. Keep it as simple as possible. We don't need to have tags if there aren't any, so that's still fine to be like that. It's still a valid bookmark test and test tag. Okay, so let's make a feature test. Run the little exact spec features. Creating a bookmark. No, comments, bookmarks, creating bookmarks. Okay, and cool, good failure, but I just want to run the one at line 5. So just always want to run one thing at a time. Unable to find bookmark tags, so it's not disabled. Cool. So let's go to my index page, and this is where I should add an input field to this form here. This is where I'm submitting notes, delete. That is creating a comment, and this is the one that's creating a bookmark. So I add it in here. Let's add another one and go bookmark tags. Cool. Expect page to have link test tag, but find link that with no matches. Cool. So I need to now display it over here. This is where it's getting a little bit messy. So let me add a couple things in here. So this input field, I guess, should have a label, right? Label. I can't remember how labels work. Let's look it up. Label HTML element. Label for, let me just say it, okay, fine. Label for URL. And label for, does it have to wrap the element? Label for label. No, it doesn't have to, it just goes above it. I'm listening to music. Okay, label for URL, and this is going to be label for title. And this is for tags. Let's double check. Have a quick look. URL, title, tags. Cool. I'm not going to do too much, but let's add another one for comments. Label for comments. Add comment. Add comment. It's just a bit messy, isn't it? I'll put the add comment below. Move that around. Just there. Let's separate it out so we can actually see a little bit more. Okay, so we have the create over here. Then we have the bookmark, current bookmark with an edit link and a button to delete it. Then we add a comment and we have it here. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Guess we can add placeholder text. No, don't keep it. Keep it as simple as possible. Okay. No sign and nothing, just keep it as simple as possible. So here we have our form for adding bookmark tags. And now let's run our test again. Boom. I think test tag, but then it matches because what I was trying to do was add tags. So for each bookmark, how does it say on the page? Let's say, where do I want the tags to be next to it? Yeah, fine. Let's just keep it super simple. I want it next to the edit, so before the edit here. I want to show all the bookmark tags. So what I want to do is a little bit similar like that. I want to go bookmark.tags, each do tag, and then create tag title, name, tag name. Each tag is a name. Great. Don't need to be, they can just be spans. I don't know what this is going to look like, but because this is going to fail because tags is not a method yet that we've created because I haven't done anything. This is what I want to happen. I go through, look at the URL and the title, then I get all the tags, loop through them, and show them. Cool. So let's run my test again. And I get an error message that says undefined tags. Nice, cool. So now we should go to our unit test for bookmark and do a little bit something like that. Describe tags, returns an array of tags. Describe class create to title tags. I'm going to have to update all of these with like no tags or some tags. Describe class create URL title tags. Let's create 2 tags. This is interesting. So we're not going to create it here. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to do a little bit similar here. We do tag.create, and we have a name for the tag, and we need to pass a bookmark ID. if I create a tag, I also need to make sure, because it's a many-to-many relationship, I add a table for bookmark tags, the relationship between them, because it's going to be one-to-many. So if I create this tag, what I want to happen is associated to many bookmarks. And the bookmark can be associated with many tags. Okay. So I shouldn't do this because that ties it specifically to one bookmark rather than being many. So I just want to do it like that. And then I want to have a table that holds the information of both bookmark tag, bookmarks, tags, and we're going to create a record in this table with both tag ID is tag.id and bookmark ID is bookmark ID. Okay, so this is the, do I need to store it? Sure, why not? Let's just be conventional here. Bookmark. No, I don't need to. I don't need to return there. No, I just create it to store that information. And then I do tags dot length. I'm creating one tag here to be 1, yes, and the tag's first one name is going to be a test tag. And yeah, okay, it's not a very good name test. It should return the comment. It should be like an array, but fine. Returns an array of tags, and length of one, and the first one is the name. Cool. I think that would do me for the moment. I can't think too much about this. Create a bookmark, create a tag, create a record in a table that describes the relationship between bookmark and tag as a many-to-many. And then I go bookmark.tags, and I should have the length of 1. Cool. So if I'm doing this, I should probably start off with a tag, a unit spec for my tag. Let's do that. Tag spec. And let's get something similar to this. We're going to create a bookmark. No, we don't even need a bookmark now. We're going to just create a tag. Let tag be a tag, create name, and let's say a test tag. And we're going to describe the tag, and this is going to describe the create. Returns a tag instance that is persisted. Yes, tag, 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 and yay, a tag name. We don't need that. Okay, we're going to create a tag. Yay, a tag. They're always going to be one words, isn't it? Because that's what I need them to be. So let's go back and change the bookmark spec to be happy. Happy. I don't know. Fine. Tag spec. Tag spec. We're going to create a tag with the name of short, and then we don't need to persist it here. All I worry about is just doing the tag. And I'm going to expect that it's not to be nil and the name to be short. I think that's good for the moment. I don't need any of those, but I will need tag. And I create a tag, that's fine, but I also need to store the information. In the table somewhere. Returns a tag, this is fine. That might be enough to get me going for this create method. Yeah, fine. Don't think too much. Don't think too much. Okay. Bundle exec rspec spec unit tag spec. Cool. Models tag tag. Oh. Tag.rb. Let's have a look at the comment, take that, put it into here. We're going to go name. We don't need bookmark ID. Insert into tags, name, values, name. Get rid of this. Ooh. Go to the second thing here, returning ID and name. Comment result map first. ID and name, and call that a tag. We don't. Why would you store it? We just result map. That's fine. Also name, and name. Okay. I haven't created the table yet. Bundling like rspec unit. Can't load it because I have to make sure I've acquired it. So in my tag, app models tag, uninitialized constant tag, right? Because I clearly haven't named it tag yet. Tags does not exist. Nice. So let's create a new migration 05. Create table. Add table comments. Oh, okay, create table. I should rename it. I'm going to rename it. Create table tags with name .rb. Rename create table. Create table tags with name. Let's have a look at this one. Create table if not exists comments tags ID 0 primary key text name. Let's do var car 60, and then we don't need a reference. Cool. Let's double check the instructions before I do that. Create primary ID and what's called content. Sorry, I call it name. Last chance, Edward. Requirements. Fine, requirements. Content. As long as you follow the, it doesn't matter. But just be consistent. Content. So let's change everything. Content. Bookmark spec. No, model. Tag. Content. All right, that should be enough. Create table tags with name. Let's run it. Ruby DB migrations 05. Why do I got dot? Rename. No investment specified. Rack env test first. Cool. Let's do development as well. Development. Cool. Let's run our rspec unit spec. Undefined method content in line 7 in tag. Line 7, insert into content, because I missed that one out. Okay, missing word content, models at line 6 from the spec and line 8. Start from here, tag content. Missing word content in line 15. From line 9. Content. ID content. Right, no, right. Content. Which other tag is that? It's persistent. Nice. Okay, so we're able to create tags. I don't want a model to represent bookmark tags, but we need to create a table. So I'm not going. There's no need to write a test for it, apart from what we're already doing in the feature test. The tag spec works, and my create. Let's go back to now my tag works. Let's go back to my create bookmarks. Feature test. Feature create bookmarks spec line 5. So this is failing because I don't have a method tags for the bookmark. So let's go back to my tag spec. Nope. Bookmark spec. This is this one here. So let's run that one, 117. And this is the unit spec for bookmark. Uninitialize constant tags. We've got to make sure we require it in here, bookmark and tag. Uh, 118. Missing word content. Create bookmark content. Uninitialize constant bookmarks tags. Okay, so now we have to. Okay, so I do have to create a model for this. Yeah, great, cool. Let's create a model for it then. Create unit test. This is a bit weird, but fine. Bookmarks. This is, I think, it's just the way that we're doing it. Bookmark tags. Spec.rb. And I'm going to take something similar to here and put it into there. I'm going to have to create a table for it in a second. Go bookmark, bookmarks, tags, and returns a bookmarks tags instance that is persisted. Bookmarks tags create, and then we need we do bookmark ID, and we need tag ID. And we'll do that. We'll figure out what it is in a second. Bookmarks tag. Bookmark tag. Don't know what you would call it. Let's leave it like that. Let's do it lowercase. Bookmarks tags. That's the relation between a bookmark and a tag, right? Okay, we expect bookmark tag to ID, expect bookmark. We have to create a bookmark and a tag as well, right? Tag, comment, and bookmark. Tag, comment, bookmark, and bookmark tag. Bookmarks tags. Do I need a comment? I don't need a comment. Create a bookmark tag that's persisted. Bookmark ID. Okay, so beforehand we need to create our two. So let's go let bang bookmark is a bookmark. Can I just copy this somewhere, please? View bookmarks. Grab that one. Bookmark tag spec. Bookmark create. So take that here and get rid of that. So we create a bookmark and we create a tag, and tag.create content, and this will be I don't know, news. Well, I'm bookmarking a tag, so therefore I can do something like this: bookmark .id, and tag ID is tag.id. Except bookmark tag not equal nil, it's equal bookmark tag. No, only the content. There's nothing else here. I guess I can make sure that they have it right. So bookmark tag, bookmark ID. I have to write these two reader methods. So tag ID. Yeah, and I know what it is because it's just going to be bookmark ID and tag ID. And they should be equal. Okay, let's run this test. Bookmarks, tags, spec. Cannot load such file. Bookmarks tags .rb. Let's grab all of that and put it here. We're going to create with bookmark ID and tag ID. We insert into and let's do bookmark and tag ID values. And when I do this table, I need to make sure they are referenced properly with a cascade as well. Okay, bookmarks, and then we do that and that, returning ID, bookmark ID, and tag ID. And then we go through and we get those things out. So we get the ID, we get bookmark ID, and that is the same thing. And we get tag ID. Tag ID is the same thing as that. Tag ID, bookmark ID, we get the first one. Result map, we just need to do now bookmark ID and tag ID. You can see how frustratingly tedious this is, which is why you don't ever do this after this unit. Okay, bookmark ID, tag ID, bookmark ID, tag ID. This goes, we have to make sure it's the right name for this. Copy paste bugs are likely. Bookmarks tags, create bookmark ID, tag ID. Boom. Okay. We're going to run this test again. Undefined method column bookmark ID of relation insert tags. Well, Edward, pay attention. Bookmarks tags. Relation bookmarks tags does not exist. So let's create another table. And let's have a look at how we did that. Note, we have to make sure we do it from our integer references on delete cascade with both. Okay. So let's make our way through this. Let's write another file 06, create table. I don't think I did a cascade on the tags either. No, because we didn't. I'm getting hit myself because it's many to many, not a one to many. This is a table that holds the information. Okay, so create table. What am I calling this? Bookmark tags. Bookmark tags with bookmark ID and tag ID. RB. That's fine. Let's have a look at doing this one. And create table exists. Bookmarks tags ID serial key, and then we have bookmark ID integer references bookmark ID on delete cascade, and same thing with the next one, which is tag ID integer references tags ID on delete cascade. ID, bookmark ID, tag ID. Gosh, what a mouthful. Let's see what happens. Ruby DB migrations 06 rack env equals test. Well, it worked. And let's do it again with development. And let's run our test again. So we're doing our bookmarks tag spec. Undefined method map for nil class. Let's have a look. Models bookmark tags line 8. And it says specifically undefined method map for nil class. Because something's happened here in the way that we've done it. Bookmark ID, tag ID, bookmark ID, tag ID, insert into bookmark, bookmark ID, tag ID. And go from our spec on line 13. Bookmark ID, tag ID. Interesting. Okay, let's check a few things. P bookmark, P tag, first of all. Common, look at that. Did I not see that earlier? Oh, I didn't see that earlier. Bookmark ID, tag ID, column tag ID. Uh-oh. I did, bookmark tag ID. So something's happened, so let's have a look. Let's explore. PSQL. Let's go into my database, so connect to I guess I could probably just open up this one. Let's have a look. Bookmark tags. query, so everything from bookmarks, tags, ID text and bookmark ID. Uh-oh, what did I do? What did I do? Everything from bookmark tags. How did that happen? ID text. How did I have the column text? Oh, did I not save it? Uh-oh, I might not have saved it. So let's do a quick drop table. Bookmarks. Let's connect to demo. Oh no, Edward, stop, quit. Okay, so once you realize that, okay, we have two options here. We should write a migration to alter our database. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. The best way to do this when you're actually in a real team is to add on a migration. Just keep, if it's a mistake, it's a mistake, it happens, and just undo it using a migration rather than just going directly to the table. But we will do it this way. Connect to demo test first, and drop table bookmarks tags. And we're going to quit, and I want to run that migration again because I think I just hadn't saved it. So save, because I've got so many of these up. Open, close all tabs. Fair, because I did it in development, not test. Cool. So let's have a look again. PSQL, connect to demo test, and select everything from bookmarks tags. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Classic unsave error. So let's go back into it. No. Let's get rid of that one as well then. And drop table bookmarks tags and quit and run this one but in development. Cool. Okay, so now let's go back and run our test. Cool. We have a persistent bookmark, we have a persistent tag, and we have a bookmark tags that holds information of the two of them. Cool. So now that we have bookmark tags, we can go back to our features spec. Where is it? Let's see where we are at. Undefined method tags for bookmark. So bookmark spec tags, let's run that again, 118. Initialize constant bookmarks tags. Bookmarks tags. Bookmark comments return. Oh, no, 19 now. 19. Undefined method tags for bookmark. Okay, do I have a in my bookmark? No, I don't. Good. Undefined method tags. Okay, we have to make sure we get require relative. bookmark tags. No, I don't need to for the moment. Depends. I want to return tags, don't I? So I will need the tag. I'm not sure. What do I want to do? Think about it. Okay, so def tags. This should return tags. So I'm going to make a request here that says select everything from bookmark tags where bookmark ID is equal to ID. Bookmark.tags. Yeah, we'll select everything from. I want to do a join there, don't I? Ooh, okay. So I want to join. Postgres left join. Select everything, film.film ID from film, join. Okay, select everything from tags, join, tags, join bookmark ID, bookmark tags. Think, Edward, think. We're joining the tags. On from dot tag ID is equal to tags.id. So we're going to join these two tables together, tags joined to bookmark tags on those two things, and we want to return everything where only the bookmark ID is equal to, and we want to be specific here, we want to say bookmarks dot bookmarks ID is equal to the current ID, bookmarks tags, join bookmarks tags, bookmark tags. I think that's what I want to do. And then I want to map through the results and give back tags. Tags, tag, tag.new, and I do the ID and I do content. Bookmark, and this comes from the spec that says if I create the tag happy and then I add the information to this table, so I'm trying to make sure I get the tags table joined to the bookmark tags table to retrieve the information. Kind of makes sense in my head. Let's run it, see what happens. Undefined method name for tag, spec on line 126. Tags first, the name, content. Boom. All right. First time wonder. Not this one. What was it? In the bookmark. Tags result. Boom, boom. Okay, so we've got comments. We've got tags. So if that is now working, and then I want to go back to my feature test. And now that I have the ability to go bookmark.tags, I have to actually now figure out how to send the information across. So on my application, on the index root, when I create a, where do I do it? Create it, post bookmarks here. Create URL title, here is where I'm adding tags, right? So I need to do a few things. So essentially what I need to do is grab out of params bookmark tags, and this can be like a string, right? Well, I could split it. That will be a string split by word boundary by default. So let's call it tags. Tag names. And then I want to go tag names. We're going to map through it. No, we're not going to map through it. We're going to go each tag name, write proper block code, and we're going to go tag.create, where the name is the tag name, and that's going to be a tag, and we are going to associate it. So you go bookmarks tags dot create, and here we do bookmark ID, and we're getting bookmark's not created yet. We need to create the bookmark. So let's do this after we create the bookmark. Create the bookmark, we go through the tag names, we split them, we go through each of them, create a tag, we create the bookmarks tag with the bookmark ID, and the tag ID is tag.id. So that creates the associations, which means that the bookmark, when we redirect and we pull it back out, should now have all of them, because we'll make another request to get the tags. Yeah, okay. Although really I want to go the valid first. If the bookmark is valid, then I want to do these. Let's move that inside of the valid condition. So I don't want to create any tags unless the bookmark is valid, and the validity, the moment is being done by the URL. Yeah, okay, so bookmark, if bookmark is valid, then we split the tags, bookmarks tags. Then we loop through the names, we create tags, and then we associate them in the many-to-many ratio. Now, this line here is interesting to me because I don't want to keep creating lots of the same tags. So really, I want to do like a find or create, which means I'm going to have to update this method at the moment to my tag. Like I don't want to always create the same tag. Okay, so let's go ahead and update my spec for tag. I want to do find or create. Find or create. and tag find or create. So that should be fine as a test there, but let's do one more, and that is going to be tag find or create short, and then we do it again. Created tag and found tag, and they should have the same ID. So expect created tag .id to equal found tag ID. Okay, so let's run through that method. 13 on my tag spec, bundle exec rspec, and it's a spec unit, and it's a tag spec, and I'm going to do line 13, and I've got a error message, and let's go back to my app. If, do, and else. What? Find or create here on line 26. Find or create name is tag name. Yes, that should be fine, right? Oh, what? Oh. Wrong way. Wrong way, Mr. Withers. Cool. Okay, I know method tags were expected, so let's go back to my model, tag, and find or create. Okay, so I only want to create. I want to do the insert if it's available, right? So I need to do this one of this first. Select everything from tags where content equals content. And let's print the result for the moment. And let's run it. Okay. So let us find tag ID. Let's let the unit tag line 17. That should just be cool. Yeah, fine. Let's go back here. What was the results that I printed out? Okay, can I just coerce it? I can. Okay, so there's nothing in there the first time. So if I get the first item out, nil, that'll be true. Index 0 is out of range. Okay, what methods can I call on this object? Check clear names expect. So this is anything that comes out at me very quickly. Everything else, I don't need any of this. This is all the first ones I want. Check result. What does that do? Okay, just gonna do this. What first? Nil. True, false. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Quite hacky, but let's. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Refactoring comes later, so we'll execute that. If it is nil, then we create a new one, and then we'll do something like tag is equal to then we create a new one. Otherwise, I was going to do that, right? I could just not do that, right? So I'll essentially, if this is nil, that should work, right? Get the result back from the select. If it's nil, then I create it, and that result is now reassigned to the connection, and I map through. There's nothing had changed. Otherwise, the result is still the result from this one, which it found something, and it should work. Cool. And I got there from my tag spec. Let's make sure, because I'm sure there's something else broken now. No? Maybe update that. Make sure to find tag first if created, if exists. And this returns tag that's persistent. Sure. Get rid of that, and then go back to my controller to find or create, and then cool. Okay, so then let's go back to my feature test. Uninitialized but constant bookmark manager tag in my app. Bookmarks, tags, model comment. I need both tag and bookmarks tags. Missing content, missing keyword content somewhere. So let's go find it. Models line 6. Content from line 29 in my controller. Content. Unavailable name. Okay, cool. Back in my view. Looks like it's worked though. Let's go to my view, index, line 17. Cool. Spec features. Is it not a link? Because it's not a link. A tag content. href. We'll add the okay, keep it for the moment. Href is equal to, what do I need this to be? I want this to be a link that we can click on. At the moment, we'll keep it as nothing. Cool. So I can add a bookmark and see it on the page, and I have tags. Let's see what else is failing. So of my crate, everything so far still working. Let's have a look at all of them. Cool. Let's have a look at all my feature tests. Cool. Let's have a look at all my tests. Cool. Let's go and sort these out. Undefined method to create. Cool. So let's go and change those in bookmark spec. Line 112. Was it 112? 122. This one here. Find or create. And bookmark tag spec. Find or create. Cool. Let's go back to the instructions. Allow users to create tags for bookmarks, tags should make bookmarks, like comments, we should now see them all. You should be able to click on a tag and see only bookmarks tagged with that tag. Okay, so this looks like a feature test for tags. Bookmarks, comments, feature test, new folder, tags, feature, see, view, bookmarks by tag. Spec.rb. And we want to have a look at, guess, something like this, where we have feature viewing bookmarks by tag. We want to create, let's create a few bookmarks, 1, 2, 3, and 4, named slightly different things. Google, BBC, Facebook, and Reddit. And let's just give them titles what they are. Google, BBC, Facebook, and Reddit. And, oh, no, not Facebook. Let's do New York Times. I'm not even sure if that's a real website. Okay, reddit.co.uk and Reddit, and I want to create some tags. So let's change these all to let's, so I can refer to them. And this is going to be bookmark 1, bookmark 2, bookmark 3, bookmark 4. I need some tags now. So such effort. Okay. Tag 1 is going to be tag find or create. Find or create content. Let's say news. That's what I want. And tag 2. Let's go, I don't know, search. And now I want to associate them. So I want to do something like, I don't really need the second one. Yeah. I need to associate them. So let bookmark tags bookmark tag. We'll do a few, right? So we'll do bookmark, bookmarks, tags, create, and we'll have bookmark ID is going to be bookmark1.id. No, it's not, because the tag is news. It's going to be bookmark2. And tag ID is going to be tag1.id. Let's do 2. Bookmark tag 2 is bookmark.tags create bookmark ID. We'll do what others news is New York Times 3. I mean, Reddit is also news, but it's fine. It's much more things than that. Bookmark 3 ID and also the same tag. Cool. Okay, so what I want to happen is I visit bookmarks and I will see the 4 bookmarks, and I want to click on the news. I have to find a way to scope it, because a couple of them will have news, right? Oh, we'll figure it out. Okay, so what I want to do is say click link news, and that should take me to like a page that only has those 2 bookmarks. So I expect page to have, let's just go with a very quick simple one, content, and bookmark 2 and 3 is BBC and New York Times. Yeah. Well, they should have links, right? So let's keep those links. Have link. BBC and New York Times. Click link news and expect only that. I should have the sessions on the contrary, not to, and not to have link Google or Reddit. Okay, how am I going to scope this one? Well, it's going to be within, I think I did something like delete within div bookmark ID. Click link news within div, which is the one that I want to click on the news. It doesn't really matter, so let's go 2. Within the div bookmark2.id, that is news. I expect to have those 2 links on the page, or not. So when I click this link, I want to go to a different page and just see those 2 links, and that's what I want to do. So let's run this feature test. Tags. That was my tag spec. Failure, error, expect page not to have link, and found one match. Cool. So now it's failing appropriately. Let's have a look at our controller. I need to send across a request. So before I get to there, let's go to my index page. And here is where I want to send it to the right place. So I want to go to bookmarks. Bookmarks. I don't really want to. I want to go to tags, and then the tag ID. So really, I want to grab this, put it into here, and have a string that is slash tags, and go to the tag ID, and I want to look at all the bookmarks. Okay. I think that's what I want to do. I could just leave it like without this. Like that. Go to tags 4, but that really for me should be like the actual tag. So I think this is going to be more descriptive. So if I do that, then on my controller, I need to have a get root for bookmarks, tags, tags, ID, and bookmarks. And what I want this to do is I want to get the tag, so tag dot find by what I want to do is tag dot find by ID is params ID. That'll be the tag that I get. And then I want to do tag dot bookmarks. That's what I want to do. And get all the bookmarks associated with that tag. So I have to unit test a method bookmarks for the tag. And then I want to show a page, its own page, ERB. This is going to be, this will be the bookmarks, still bookmarks. Bookmarks, how have I done it before? Bookmarks slash tags. Is that really? I'm going to edit bookmarks. I'm going to, no, really it's going to be tags. Tags bookmarks. In the tags folder, all the bookmarks. Oh, I don't know what it's the right way to call it. It's not, I'm not sure anything to do with the tags though, aren't I? It's just, it should be in the bookmarks. And cool, let's just go tag. By tag. Cool, I'll leave it like that. I don't want to overthink it because it's not that big of a deal. In which case, I'm going to take this and pass it in as locals and give it a hash, which is bookmarks and tag.bookmarks. So if I do that, I need to test drive a find by method. Let's watch this test fail. undefined method, local variable tag ID, because I need to double check how I've done that. Tag dot ID. Undefined method find by for the tag class. Let's go back to my tag spec and write a describe a find by. And let's find it from my other ones. Bookmark spec is there must be a find by somewhere that I wrote. Yeah. Tag spec find by, insert into tags content ID, no content because everything else is fine. Values. Happy. Tag.all tags. Tag is tags first one. Found tag is tag.findBy ID, which is going to be tag.id. Expect found tag. To equal, and the content is the same, to equal content. Okay, 21. Bundle exec rspec spec unit tag 22. Undefined all for the tag class. If I don't have an all, I'm just creating. Can I do a find or create? Let's do a find or create them. Don't need to worry about that. Find or create by content. Happy. Tag. Find or create. Tag find by. Undefined method find by. Cool. So let's go to the tag and write find by. Do I have a find by somewhere that I can follow? Tag find by ID, separate from tags, where ID is equal to ID, row ID, content is content. And just get the first one. Returns a bookmark instance. Features. Undefined method bookmarks for nil class. Tag.bookmarks. Okay, so we need a bookmarks, and this will be initialized. And before I do that, let's go to a tag spec. Describe bookmarks. Do it. That's where the bookmarks look for comments. It tag spec. It returns an array of bookmarks. Tag.create, find.create. Content. So I need to have a bookmark and create URL. And we just have one called news. So we create a tag we create a bookmark, and then we have to associate them. So bookmarks tags dot create bookmark ID is bookmark ID, and tag ID is tag.id. Okay, bookmarks tags and expect tag.bookmarks to be a length of 1 and tag.bookmarks, the first one, and the URL to equal that. Okay, let's run this test. Line 33 in the tag spec. And I method bookmarks, so let's go to my tag def bookmarks end. And I think I've done something similar for the comments in here. So go to here and I go select everything from, where's my join table? Let's take that one instead. Tag. Select everything from bookmarks, join bookmark tags on is equal to bookmark ID is equal to bookmarks ID, where the tag ID is equal to the current ID. And then we get the bookmarks, and we create a bookmark ID, and we go URL is URL content, and title is the row data with title. And we don't need to store bookmarks, we can just return it. Not map, we get bookmarks ID, URL, and title on that join. Tag.bookmarks. Cool. If I method bookmarks for nil class app slide 64. Okay, so under my method bookmarks for nil class tag params ID. Let's double check p params and then p tag. We've got the ID, but nil is the tag. So let's go back to my find by method. What happened there? P the row. We got here. Where are we? Got here, and then we're considering from tags. And we do 41. What's going on? Select everything from tags where ID is 43. And is there nothing in here? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Think. Searching for tags. That looks like it's valid. Searching for tags where the ID is 43. We're finding by the ID. We're in the tags. We want to find the tag. And are there any tags there? Let's double check. If I have a look at the result, that's not useful information. We'll go here, P in data. Where are we? Interesting. I don't get this, which means there isn't anything. So let's have a look at the result. P result. Two fields, there's no results. What? Okay, why is this happening? Let's back out a second. But clearly, my method find by is working because I've got a spec for it. I'm doing find by ID. So in my controller, find by ID. But this is returning nil. Can I? Let's have a look. So let's get rid of that. We know that's fine. So there's something in my tag table. I go here, set everything from tags. Let's just go set everything from tags. Okay. Select everything from tags. Results and result dot map each row p row, and then let's have a look at what's going on. Viewing bookmarks by tag, ID 72 and content is news. So there is ID is 72. Is it by string? What? No. I don't know tags where ID is. Double check, create table tags. ID serial, primary key, yeah. Okay, so at this point in time, and what is 51, and we've got 73 in there. Okay, what? What? So clearly it's the wrong ID I'm getting. So why am I... Okay, it's the bookmark ID that I've sent across, isn't it? Oh, Edward. Bookmark ID. I've sent across the wrong thing. That is... No, tag ID, bookmark tags. Okay. Tags to bookmark. So this, it should be the tag ID. Let's go back to my feature test. How have I set up my feature test? I'm clicking the news link within bookmark 2. So bookmark 2 has this. But there's only one tag in there, and they're both associated with tag 1. So that tag is on both of those bookmarks. I'm displaying it, right? Bookmark.tags. So I have this tag. P tag1.id in so 74 is the right one. Okay. So in my, it's got to be what I'm sitting across here. So let's go to the index view in the controller. This is what I'm sending. This has all the bookmarks. So in the index, well, let's have a look. Okay, let's go. Let's go p tag. And p bookmark. Okay, so I am creating 2 with news. 2 tags. So I haven't done something quite right. I've got 4 different bookmarks, but I've got 2 different tags. So that is not good. It's not working. And I'm sending across this 75. Where does 75 come from? It's got neither of them. Why is 75 coming across? Because that was the original one that got created. So these are neither of the ones. Okay, think about this. Gosh, got myself to look at the bind here. Start again. I create everything here. this tag, find or create, has happened. I find or create maybe this condition is not enough. Let's assume this is still right because my spec says I'm not creating any more. This should be fine. So, oh, I think I know what's happening. In my controller, when I create one with tags, I split them up and then I associate them and save it. In my feature test, I'm creating 4 bookmarks, create one tag, and then I associate the same ones. And then I go to bookmarks, visit bookmarks, and in my controller, I show all the bookmarks with all of them. Bookmark.all goes and gets them all from the bookmarks table. So in my layout, I get all the bookmarks, go through and print a bookmark. That's this first one here. And then there are no tags, so it goes through. Then I get the second one, it's BBC. It has a tag, so I've associated it in my test. So when I do bookmark.tags, I go through it and I print out the tag. But clearly it's not, the ID is not working in the find or create because I've already associated it. So here, it's the same one. Where's my bookmark.tags in the bookmark model? Tags. Everything from tags. Maybe this join is wrong. Well, let's have a look. Let's open up pSQL, bookmark tags, everything from do I have any data in here? Join bookmark tags on bookmark tags ID. Join, let's go to the tags. Join bookmark tags on where bookmark tags ID is equal to 1. Let's have a look. So select everything from bookmarks. Cool. Okay, so 643. Let's keep going. There's everything from tags. 75. Select everything from bookmarks, tags. Oh, is it getting the wrong thing then? Am I returning? Ooh, okay, well, interesting. 55 and 56 is the same thing as I was getting here. So it looks like I'm returning the. I need to return the bookmark ID. Jesus Christ, the tag ID. Tag ID. Tag ID. Let's keep going. Hold on. So if I select everything from the tags table, because I'm doing bookmark, yeah, so everything from the tags table, where I'm adjoining the two tables, I guess. Setting the tags, join bookmark tables on bookmark tags. The tag ID is equal to the tags.id. Yeah. Where bookmark tags, the bookmark ID is equal to 644. That's what's happening. So I've got two columns called ID. Ugh. Because I have the tag ID joined with the bookmark tags. So I get those two things out. But what I want to get out I get those two things out. 75 content news, right? But I'm getting getting 55 and 56. Clearly, this is overriding this ID. I don't want this ID. I want the tag ID. So the tag ID might work. Yeah. So I need the tag ID. ID is the tag ID and the content is news. Yeah. Where else have I got print statements? Bookmarks. Cool. Now I need to get rid of all these log statements. Params. Where's that coming over? Okay. Okay, then we go tags and bookmarks. Bookmarks tag.erb. Which one do I want? Still use the tag.erb. So I want to have, I'll get rid of a bunch of this stuff. I want to go through each of the bookmarks, and yes, I have the ID. I'm going to show all of, I don't need to show all the tags. Well, yeah, I'll show all the tags. There might be different ones. You can go different ones. I want to be able to edit them. I'm not going to. I'm going to get rid of everything. If you want to go down to the main page, but you can see all the comments. This will be something that we have to test drive as well to see everything on this page. To be honest, we should have exactly the same thing. Do we really want to go to a different page, or are we just going to filter? Oh, interesting. I've always said we're going to, because we could redirect. No, noted. So you can see you have access to everything, but it's just going to be fewer bookmarks. Bundle exec rspec. Cool. Let's rack it up. Let's have a look at what we've done. Refresh the page. Let's go to bbc.co.uk, title BBC, tags, news, save, bookmark saved, BBC, that's news, it only shows the BBC, and it's got the ID of 1, and tags 1, bookmarks. Cool. Let's stop there because I need to edit this video. Let's go back and have a look. So what have we done? We've gone through and we created a new table, we created a join table. We can create tags and we can click on a tag and see only bookmarks tagged with that. Cool. Try to look at the walkthrough, see how they did it. I haven't. Yeah, okay. Making a many-to-many relationship, add weak screen tags, add tags, what's my bookmarks? Tag bookmarks, Cool. Gosh, do everything by hand. Okay, what do I want to do? Anything else that I can like clean up? I guess I could use this file. So let's require that, which means we don't need that anymore. And db connection .exec. Yeah. Don't keep writing this out either. So require let's go require a relative. We'll go require db environment. Can I do that? Should do because it stores and has it. Let's double check. Ruby db migrations 01. No environment specified. Cool. So I should be able to now just do the same thing here.